it is literally exciting to hear you talk like that because it just like it's like I feel like I'm not like I got a plan now. Like you know what I mean? Like I can map out this stuff.
But we all do. We all need it. I do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So even talking to you it's good for me, right?
Right.
Because
You visit
at
the concept.
at the end of the day, there's an integrity bias, meaning I can't very well tell you, hey bud, you should eat this way, you should train this way, you should do these things if I'm not doing it, right? Then you
Right.
become a hypocrite,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to do that. I want you to. I want to be that walking billboard. I want to stand there where you're like, oh yeah, okay, you know what I mean. I want to have those things in my gun, right? I want to put those bullets in my gun so that we have the ability, so that I have the ability to use them when I need them, right? And again, the only way you can do that is showing up the way that you said you would.
Who do you listen to or like? I'm Ed Milet. I mean, I read a bunch of books over the years, but like I think my go-to is probably Ed Milet. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, just somebody that I listen to a lot, and if I have a bad day or like I'm thinking about something politics, that kind of just the rabbit hole of crap, right? And then you just get out of that and you just listen to something more positive and inspirational.
Yeah.
And then my whole day has purpose. And it's kind of
Sure.
either I can do my whole day one way or I can just, and this other ones, I don't know, sometimes it feels a little artificial. You know what I mean? Because
It
it's
can
kind
be.
of like,
It can feel that way.
yeah.
Because
but-
it's not yours, right? I mean,
Right.
eventually it becomes you, right? Today, I don't have to think if I'm going to the gym or not. I've done it so long. It is my identity. It's who
Right.
I am. When you start to build your identity, there's a difference, right? Identity is who you truly are and who you believe you are. And James Clear says it in Atomic Habits. He says it this way. He says, everything you do is a vote for or a vote against who you are going to become and who you are. So every single thing. So if you say, hey, I'm going to get in shape, and then you go eat a bag of Doritos, it's a vote for bullshit. You're not getting in shape.
Yeah.
You're not that guy, right? But if
Yeah.
you eat properly, if you eat something nutritious, you go to the gym, those are votes for, yes, I am that guy. And it's the same thing with everything. But I also want to say that, talking about, we opened the podcast with the night that we went and hung out, like,
Yeah.
and you and I were drinking margaritas together. Like we were
Yeah.
having a good time, right? We ate, I think I had filet mignon tacos, right? Like we had chips and salsa. Like it's not a zero-sum game where you just never do this or you never have that. But it is so much so that I was just talking with this with one of my I coach a bunch of business owners now all across the country, and I was talking with one of the guys this morning. He's a financial guy out of Colorado, brilliant guy, and we were talking about we were talking about wealth, right? Because he's a wealth manager, like manages hundreds of millions
Like
of dollars.
Merrill Lynch guy or
right?
something like that.
Yeah, hundreds of millions of dollars in his portfolio that he manages for people. And obviously he makes, a portion of that and does very well because of his expertise. Where, he's gone through a divorce, he's gone, like these other things. He's like, yeah, my bank. And I said, well, because you haven't built those banks. Your wealth bank financially, you've built. You got 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. You haven't built the health bank yet. You haven't built the relationship bank yet, right? You build that bank by putting positive deposits in it. Even your bank account right now, right?